Drop has just opened in UK cinemas. I saw it last night, and here is my short take. I almost feel like you couldn't have escaped seeing the trailer. But anyways, the basic plot is this. A woman dips her feet back into the dating pool and meets a guy she's been talking to online for a meal in a restaurant. But very early on, she starts receiving airdropped messages on her phone that threaten her and her family's safety. And to keep her little boy out of harm's way, she may have to do something unpleasant to the guy she is dating. What then follows is an oft-seen process of cat and mouse chasing, trying to identify the killer making threats, with some double crossing and bait and switching thrown in for good measure. Some high points include the performance from the lead, Megan Fahy, as Violet, the woman on a date that turns into a nightmare, and initially I was quite impressed by the cinematic effects and the way this was filmed, with the messages flashing up on screen in fairly creative ways, with the ever-present sound of the message notifications accompanying each new airdrop. But this film requires even more suspense of disbelief than you may imagine, and whilst it doesn't drag out its story past a 90-minute runtime, it did get a little too much more than I could really believe, and without belief, there's just a lack of jeopardy overall. And I mentioned that I initially liked the effects of the messages popping up on screen with the sound, but it got a bit too much for me in the end. And I felt that whoever edited it did so in order to create a great trailer or TikTok clip rather than a fully realised cinematic experience. Overall, I'd say it wasn't bad, but it felt a little made for TV like, and I think it's one to watch when it streams, in my honest opinion.